Hi everyone, I'm Brims and welcome to review of Mudvayne, the self-titled 5th record by the band Mudvayne. Today we're celebrating the 16th anniversary of the record, so I decided to go back and see if it still holds up or not. This is my last review on Mudvayne's music because I did review all of their previous releases, so go check those videos out. My story with this band is quite simple. Back in 2001, I've heard the record early 15, I think my sister brought it home and I loved it. Years later in 2004 I've heard their song Determined in the video game Need for Speed Underground 2. I also saw music videos for Forget to Remember, Determined, Not Falling, Word So Called, Dig on MTV and Viva 2 at the time. I actually remember when I was waiting for the new game to be released, and then a year later, in December 2009, this record finally dropped. What's very interesting about it is that back in 2005, after Lost and Found, Mudvayne's vocalist Chad Gray and the guitarist Greg decided to start a super group called Hell Yeah with Vinnie Paul, the founding member and drummer of Pantera, and also the bassist who's like the brother of someone from Mastodon, I think. And also they had the guitarist of Nothing Face there as well. And after they've released their first Hell Yeah release in 2007, they went back to record a new Mudvayne record, but because they had a contract with Epic for 5 albums, they had to basically write and record 2 albums at the same time. This 5th record, was actually written in 2007, same as the new game, and then recorded in 2008. The lineup here is the same as on the previous 4 records. We've got Chad Gray on the vocals, Greg Tribbett on the guitars, Ryan Martini on the bass, and Matthew McDonagall on the drums. Dave Fortman, as usual, is the producer, because he did Lost and Found and the new game as well. The production is tight, it's clean but heavy, not as no clipping, just the way I like it. I have nothing against it. I love how the drums are mixed, the bass is up front, the guitars shine through, the vocals are mixed perfectly as well. Message is diverse. The songs are mostly about emotions, going through life, but also society, dealing with hardships such as suicide thoughts, loneliness, depression, addictions, all kinds of stuff. It's very relatable and you can agree with the lots of points that are thrown around here. Structures between basic and advanced. Usually the songs go like this: intro, verse, verse, bridge, chorus, outro. A couple of songs like Heard All Before, Beyond the Pale and Out to Pasture have more segments in the bridge section, and the intro is way longer and it only appears once, because usually the intro is also either the verse or the chorus, but in the case of those 3 songs, the intro is a completely new segment that either comes back as an outro later on, or it only occurs once. Now we can move on to the genre of this release. This is a nu metal album with lots of alternative metal elements on it. So it's not like LD50, which was like mostly nu metal and progressive metal. It's not like the second release. It's even not like Lost and Found, which had more nu metal elements. This one is like almost split between nu metal and alternative metal. There's even a guitar solo on this release, which is something unheard of in the nu metal genre. It does happen, but not as frequently. We even have some small heavy metal elements, I would say, and even gent ones on one of the tracks. Now we can focus on the performance. Let's start with the drummer Mav, where his playing is straight up amazing. I love his double bass work, the groove, the precision, the style of his playing. He's on top of his game here, same as on the previous releases. He's the quiet hero of this band because he always keeps the song tight, nice and clean. Next, Ryan on the bass. The bass is audible, it sometimes follows the guitars and sometimes Ryan is doing the stuff on his own, which is quite beautiful. I love the bass track, especially on Beyond the Pale, Out to Pasture, Heard It All Before, and I Can't Wait. The bass lines there are fabulous. I wish there were more cool, crazy bass lines on this release, as it was on the first 2 Mudvayne releases, but sadly we can't have it all. Now moving on to the guitar riffs by Greg. His playing is top-notch as usual. He gives us some crazy, crunchy, groovy guitar riffs, mixed with those more melodic ones in the background and some eerie melodies here and there. We also get some cool cool leads from him, like on Heard It All Before, some genty stuff on Beyond the Pale, some din 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 on Burn the Bridge and Out to Pasture, and some acoustic guitars as well on Dead Inside. So yeah, there's variety here. I do enjoy his guitar playing, it shines through on this release. Last but not least, we can talk about Chad Gray and his vocal performance. Singing wise, this is beautiful. I love his singing, except one song, Closer, which I have no clue why he dropped the ball there, but every other song has stellar singing through and through. It's emotional, the screaming and growling is on point as usual, it's intense, you can feel emotions in all of the lines, he screams with passion. So yeah, that's wonderful. Now we can finally rate individual songs. The album opens up with Beautiful and Strange. So beautiful and so strange. Do, 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 do. The buckets will remain the same. So hideous, so deranged. That's the chorus. I love it. I also enjoy that we get a very heavy beginning after the very long quiet intro that is like 1 minute long. I wish they would just remove it from the record, let it start just heavy with that's wonderful, but that very overlong intro with some noises, some machines in the background, I don't like that at all. That's a massive L, a massive negative thing about this song, because everything else is on point. The the bass lines, the verses with the screaming and singing. I love how the vocalist shifts between singing and screaming in those parts, and then the chorus which I just sang, so beautiful and so strange. It's classic Mudvayne. Also enjoy the screaming and the bridge section, which is quite nice. 10 miles out of 10. 1,000-mile journey. This song, it's heavy. Love those guitar riffs. The verses are good, but what again says the song for me is the chorus, which I love. 1,000 miles, there's nothing on the road, there's something on the road. All that stuff is perfect, and the bridge section also slaps. It's an almost perfect song. It could have been a little bit shorter, because for some reason the first two songs on this release are some of the longest Mudvayne songs. It's not as long as Choices from Lost and Found, but it's still over 5 minutes long, so that's quite interesting, because the music is not proggy to be so long. 9 out of 10. Scream With Me is the only single from this release. I know why, because it's the most simplified song here. I wish other tracks were singles. I feel like Burn the Bridge, All Talk, Beyond the Pale, Dead Inside, and I Can't Wait should have been chosen as singles with music videos. Scream With Me is a great song. The chorus, I just want you to scream with me, I'm also to scream with me. It's simple but effective. The verses are cool as well. This is just a great song, nothing special. It kinda sounds like a B-side from the new game, to be quite honest. 8 out of 10. Closer. This is one of the worst Mudvayne songs I've ever heard. I just cannot stand the chorus. The chorus with the singing and the weird melodies there. I do love the guitar solo and some of the heavier guitar riffs in the verses, but all in all I feel like this song is a wasted opportunity to create something great. It's just average to me. Could have been a masterpiece, but sadly they dropped the ball here. 5 out of 10. Heard It All Before. I love this one because it sounds like a tribute to Pantera, especially in the guitar and vocal department. Love the intro. Tum, 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 tum. It's very heavy and dark at the same time. The verses go hard, the screaming, the shouting, the vocal performance is on top. I've heard it all before, I've heard it, no one saw. I've heard it all before. Then we get a guitar solo, which is also perfect. I have nothing against this song. This is one of the better ones here. I enjoy every single second of it. Quite memorable, 10 out of 10. I Can't Wait is the heaviest song on the record by far. It starts with Chad screaming and some Ryan is shining with his bass lines on this song. I am the cramps, I am the bitterness. So yeah, the singing and screaming is also on point. I love the fuck it all, but nothing lasts anyway. They said it's over, I proved them wrong. And after he says I proved them wrong the second time, there's like a breakdown moment. Yeah, I prove you wrong. Yeah. So yeah, the screaming is on point, the song has energy and density to it. Another highlight of this release, 10 out of 10. Beyond the Pale has a beautiful intro with bass lines and guitar riffs in the background. Then you get a cool verse with some singing, and it builds up to this very cool chorus. No, I'm sick of yourself, this not the little man that complicated all. So beyond the pale, and I'm ticking like a time bomb. No, so beyond the pale, so around the road. So it goes like that right up the third minute, and then we get the bridge section, which changes the song. Like, I don't know if the guitarist is using 8-string guitar here, or maybe he just tuned his 7-string lower. We get a genty part with and then it sounds like something Meshuggah and After the Burial would do, bands that are completely different from Mudvayne. So I've actually enjoyed this experimental side of the band a lot, and this is the best song on the record for me. Beyond the Pale, very underrated, every single section slaps, the vocals are great, the guitar riffs, yeah. The bridge section, which is quite surprising, also works. Nothing against this song, 11 out of 10. All talk is like half a ballad, it's beautiful. I can talk about love, I can talk about hate, I can teach you lesson, but I doubt it penetrate. I can tell you an excuse, still I'm blue in the face. I can talk about serenity, but it doesn't mean a thing. Anyway, something like that. The chorus goes hard, and the last chorus especially is more emotional, has more impact to it. The guitar riffs slap, the more somber and beautiful verses. It make it sound like the song is from the new game. Actually, it has that vibe to it, and I adore it. I simply adore every single section here. It's not as good as Beyond the Pale, but it's easily the third best song here. 10 plus out of 10. Out to Pasture. This song, again, Ryan with his bass playing is killing it here. I love the bass lines. The more darker nature of this song, the verses are so more somber and eerie sounding, and then we get the chorus, which is so heavy. Doom, I can deteriorate, I can resurrect, I'm afraid you out to pasture the grain, then stop talking. I just love the pain and anger in Chad's Gray's voice here. The song is great, a little bit too long in the bridge section is weird, but overall it's almost perfect to me. I do enjoy it a lot. 10 minus out of 10. Burn the Bridge. This is the second best song here. I just love its intensity. The vocal performance is probably the best on this song. I just love the screaming, singing, shouting, yelling. No integrity, no sincerity, no credibility, and no regret. No principle, no headache, no honor, makes no fucking sense. No insight towards the future, no vision and no respect. Something like that. I just love how Chad Gray implodes in the verses, and then we get the chorus. You're great! You burned a bridge around me to save yourself. You're unfair. You can be what I am even with my help. You got to take everything from me. Take it all for yourself. My wrath. I just live my own life. I just love it. The vocals are perfect here. The guitar riffs, the melodies, and the more darker side of the band. Ryan with his bass playing. The drumming is fantastic as well. This is an essential Mudvayne song that you should listen to right now. 10 plus out of 10. And the final song, Dead Inside. This is the only Mudvayne ballad they've ever released. It's on an acoustic guitar. It all washes away in the end. Under skies go gray in the end. Dead inside, can't deny what is real. The pain I feel. Dead inside, can't deny all this suffering. It's just my way. I know this song by heart because I do enjoy the lyrical content. I've seen enough, no more heart today. All damage is done, no more life this way. I just love we're all dead inside. This song is very relatable. It's sad, it's beautiful. It's like the 5th best song here. I enjoy listening to it from beginning to the end, which is quite surprising because I don't like ballads like at all, but this one touches my soul. It's very underrated in my opinion, humble opinion. 10 out of 10. To sum it all up, the consistency is almost stable, closer sadly butchers that up, it destroys it, flow is fitting, replayability. Yeah, this is an excellent release. It's the weakest Mudvayne record, but it's still worth a listen. It has some fantastic songs, Beyond the Pale, All Talk, Burn the Bridge, Dead Inside, I Can't Wait, Out to Pasture, Heard It All Before, and Beautiful and Strange. Those are the songs that you need to listen to if you're a fan of Mudvayne, especially the first 4 ones I've mentioned. I feel like this record would have been better received if it had more marketing behind it, more music videos, more singles. Don't just use Scream At Me as a single, like fans do not want to hear that. Fans wanted LD50 or something in the lines of Lost and Found, so like give them a single of Beyond the Pale or Burn the Bridge. Those are the songs that I feel like fans would want to hear. Also, I Can't Wait or Heard It All Before. All Talk and Dead Inside, those are the songs that I want to hear, more laid back but also beautiful. While it's their last release so far, maybe someday we're going to get a 6th release because Mudvayne reformed and they've dropped 2 songs so far, Hurt People and Sticks and Stones, so I wonder if the next release is going to be like a mix of old and new. Let's get an album or 2 from Mudvayne. It's been too long, I need more music from them, and this release I feel is very underrated. It's still worth your time and worth your money. That's it from me. Celebrate No Sleep by spinning this record today. It deserves your love and attention. Shout out of my Patreon supporters who gracefully sponsor these videos. You're truly wonderful. If you want, you can join them. Link in the description, so I can make more album reviews, like review an album of your choice, or maybe do a Doom MIDI cover. I will see you next time in my other videos. Bye!